time are here. First of all, I want to thank you everyone for joining over here. So, today's session of LinkedIn resume conducted by Roshan sir. So, I would like to call Dr. Vaishnavi Bose, Vice President of Rotaract Club of Saraswati College, on the behalf of Rotaract Ayush Soni, President of Rotaract Club of Saraswati College, to call English 98 to order.
Hi guys, I'm Rotaract Jaiswal, Vice President of Rotaract of Saraswati College. On the behalf of our President, Rotaract Ayush Soni, calling English and 11 to order. Thank you.
So, let me introduce the speaker to today's session. So, Mr. Roshan sir is a learner, centered and cooperative expert with 15 plus years of experience in teaching technology with a genuine interest in students' cognitive and social growth, certified trainer from Microsoft, actively involved in all the areas of education, including curricular development, professional, communities, student mentoring, student career preparation, exploring technology and research. Therefore, I would like to call Dr. Roshan sir for starting today's session. Over to you.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. How are you doing? So what is your lunchtime basically? IT. Okay. So somewhere these are the branches of computer science, whether you call it IT or computers, but basically it's about computer science. Correct? So in computer science there are different fields, correct? Different domains. So because initially we all want to become a developer, correct? But later you have to understand and realize what is your strength. Have you realized what is your strength? You know what is the purpose of engineering degree? To know what I'm good at. Not to compare yourself with anyone else, but to know whether I'm good at front end, whether I'm good at database, whether I'm good at back end, or I'm good at some, any kind of designing. I had one, my education background is I've done MCA, and after that I'm into research right now. I'm into machine learning research. Okay, data science is my core field now. But in the 16 years of experience, I think almost I started as a developer in my career. I'm sharing it because somewhere even you all will start it like that. I started in Bangalore in one of the MNC Capgemini you all are aware of. I was a .NET developer. Then suddenly one day after 6 months, one of the trainer who trains the whole new batch, okay, he didn't turn up, so they asked me to handle that batch for one day. Because I was 6 months old in the system and I was good at explaining. So they realized and they gave me this one batch. What happened? I liked it. And accidentally I became a trainer. So do you understand what I'm trying to say? So my strength was coding, no doubt about it. That is a core strength you all should have. But where did I land it up? On training, because that is where I felt, this is what I landed here. Slowly then I moved into academics. I was teaching in a lot of engineering colleges. Okay, and that's how then I moved into corporate training. I was training in some of the companies. So what I'm trying to say, I love teaching. I can talk for the whole day, I don't mind. So this is what I'm trying to say. I'm into a field where I enjoy every day. So that is where even you have to find out what are you good at. Are you good at some sketching and designing? You are needed in UI then. If you can troubleshoot nicely, you are needed in analysis and in networking. If you are really good in fixing up things and connection and lot of server things, then you are needed in Java, .NET or Python languages. Getting it? So just because Python is a booming thing or Java is booming, that doesn't mean that is your strength. But coding, you should all know it because you all said it, you're from computer science, IT background, right? See, we cannot say that I'm from computer but I don't like coding. That will you're in conflict somewhere, right? I was reading some news in the morning in India Today. I'll show you that cutout also. Where IIT Bombay said, what is their minimum package which got offered this year? Any idea? Now, when I say IIT Bombay, you can understand it's a big brand, right? But even they have a minimum package of 4 lakh. Can you imagine that? What is the reason then? Why it's dropping? Last year the minimum package was 6 lakh, to this year it is 4 lakh. The reason is the skill is missing in students. A degree cannot give you a secure job. Are you getting this? So you have to understand this. My topic is to help you understand where you should focus on, and the first gateway to that is your CVs. I have one question to you here, everyone. When did you last updated your CV or your resume? I'll give you an option: 6 months, before 6 months, or 1 month before, or last year. Choose one. You can be honest because you don't need to impress me, but you have to be honest so that I can help you. Last year, so I can get some honest answer. Very good. Last year. That means, don't you think in 1 year you have learned a lot of languages? I mean, in terms of programming languages. Did you have C or Java, anything? Done that, right? Why did you update your CV then? What's stopping you? You know what happened? Even when I was teaching in some of the engineering college, when there's a notice board, there is a placement coming. When there's a company, it is announced that on, let's say, 17th of March, a company is coming. Then 15th of March, people start designing their CVs. Do you think that is the right time to do it? No, this is the right time to do it. Second and third year is the right time to do it. Am I clear with this? I hope everyone agree with me. Why you think ऐसे मिल जाएगा without CV? Your resume is your, you can say entry form, which will allow you to go inside. But on a irony is, how much time, any idea, an HR takes to scan one CV or one resume? How much time? Do you think if I have to scan all of your CVs right now, I have so much time? I use some software. So everyone is aware of something called an ATS. Everyone is aware of how does it work. So if your CV is not ATS enabled, how does it work then? Am I clear with this? So this is what is missing. And see, I interview at least 90 to 100 people every month. You know what is my conversion ratio? 5%. Just 5%. That means if I interview 100 people, I take only 5 people. Don't you think it's too much of effort? When I ask the HR team which we have, that how do you bring in? Because my job is not to screen it, but my job is to interview them. When I asked them, how do you screen them? They told me LinkedIn is my platform. So another question to you. Are you active on LinkedIn? Are you? Or you are only active on Instagram and Snapchat and Facebook? So if you are not active on LinkedIn, if you are not active on GitHub, then you are not actually exposing your skills to the world. Very simple. Okay? I hope it's making sense to you all, everyone. So I'm going to talk on one very simple thing which we all ignore, is resume basics. What you should have in your resume that will attract my employer, my recruiter. One more fun fact is that 85% of the resumes never reaches a recruiter. You might feel that I have filled up everything, I have applied on Naukri.com, but your CV never reaches the recruiter. What is the reason? Give me some reason why your CV or your resume doesn't impress someone to even open it. You have taken 1 hour, 2 hours to create it, but no one is showing interest in opening it. Any reason? I want this class to be interactive. Presentation, very nice. Presentation is a big thing which you don't know what to do with, isn't it? So at the end of the session, I will give you certain templates which you can use it for your series. Is that good? But for that, in return, I want your attention. Can I get it?
Yes, sir.
So this is very important for you. Please understand this. How many of you have done any kind of internships? Any kind of internship done? Was it related to job or like your profile or was like all jobs? What was your designation? Job. Very nice. Anyone? Can you see the frequency? I think almost like 80 plus people are sitting here, if I'm not wrong. Out of 80, I can say 0.5% of people have done internships. This is where skill is. Do you think it's helping you? Internships? It's helping you? Somewhere internship can teach you something which your college degree doesn't. Correct? Have you heard about some great internship which people do it along with their college degrees? And sometimes how people do in internships, they are more successful. This is something because they learn on field. No one teaches you and there is no scope of margin of error. That means if you go wrong, they might take you off the job, isn't it? But here what happens? If you fail, you get 80. You get another chance to pass. But it doesn't happen in real life. It is not a controlled environment. Am I clear with this? In fourth year, how many of you have a project to be done? You all have? I think so. I don't think so. You all have any choices. But how do you create your projects? What is the right way to do it? Do you have any guideline how you are going to make it in fourth year? No idea. Can you see what I'm saying? We are thinking too short term. That means I'm just thinking what is going to happen next. Now this weekend there's a Holi and I'm going to enjoy this and that. Our thinking is too short term, but right now people who will think about, can I get into some internship? Can I create a good project for my fourth year? Believe me, that person has an edge over others. Tell me your whole CV, if you put your 12th marks, your engineering marks and everything else. What do you think? Where have you done your active learning? Most of the time you are sitting like this and learning in the class, isn't it? I hope you agree. Then you learn it and you put it in the exam and you get a marks. Project is the only way where you do it actively, where you learn actively. Agree with this? But how many of you build your project nicely? Or most of you, we have a habit of we pick up from net, and believe me, internet, everything is ready-made available. I hope you'll agree with me. But still, if you take a choice not to copy from there and build my own, whether it is not a very high standard, but I did it of myself, that is the real work. Because if you do it something your side, then you can answer anything. For example, in Java, if I ask you something about JDBC or some connectivity, if you have actually done it in a project, you don't need to mug up how to do JDBC connection. Am I clear with this? What is object and class? If you have declared your objects and class or constructors in your project, no one need any help there. You know it by it. Is it clear? But we are too much theoretical. Am I clear with this? Okay, now let me come on the next point. This is technical skills which you all are learning. Every semester there are so many subjects you all are learning, so many programming you are doing it, but are you all practicing enough? Are you all converting into knowledge? Are you converting into a skill that can be put in your CV? That is a question mark I am putting it to you. I am not here to answer your questions today. I am here to ask you questions today. What are you going to do? Am I clear with this? Your CV has to be updated, no other choice. You know how frequently your CV should be updated? Every month. Because every month you are supposed to learn something. Aren't you do that? You are supposed to do that. If you are not doing it, then you are going out of the race. Today there is a job called data analyst. Have you heard about this designation? Which is such a booming field today. Correct? At our end we teach some full stack course, some data science, for example. These are the booming ones where everyone is coming. Engineering, non-engineering students, everyone wants that particular job. And who's getting it? Not the person who's with a degree, but with a person with skill. And how do you sharpen your skill? By doing project. Can you see the loop? How do you develop your skill? By doing project. And how do you do your project? One of the ways is internships. Am I clear with this? So let me show you some basic things. I know you all must be saying that I know how to create my resume. What are the basics of resume? I know this. Correct? Still I want you to listen to this because basic remains same and it has to be hammered again and again and again. Agree with this? So basic doesn't change a lot. Correct? Today even if you have to create an email ID, you have to use those ABCD only. You cannot use some Greek alphabets. Fine? So my basic will be same and simple. There's one good principle called as Pareto principle. Heard about it? There is something called as 80-20 rule. Okay? So if this class is 100%, 20% people will secure 80% of marks. This is a fact. Now you have to decide, you are in 20% or you are in 80%. What do you think, sir? Obviously everyone wants to be in 20%, but there's a good amount of effort needed for that. Like he's doing internship, someone can do something else. Fine? You have to put something extra into it, then you can call yourself in 20%. Because those 20% will rule the world. You can check it. Yeah, there's a data analysis also. It was taken up. I think in one of the universities they picked up 10-year-old student who passed out, and they checked out that who did really all the processes, everything nicely. Those 20% people were actually earning 80% of the income what other people should do. Correct? So this 80-20 doesn't fail at all. It applies everywhere. So you have to decide whether you come in 20% or 80%. Now one more question I have here. One thing I told you about technical skills, which you should all skill up. For me is skill, not your certificate, not your marks in your mark sheet. I want that skill into knowledge form. Am I clear? If it is not there, then you have to work on it. How will you do it? You have to sit with your mentors, with your trainers, with your faculties and get it resolved. Or find someone if you do not have this. But a mentor is needed. Is it clear? Fine. So let's go on another one. One is technical skills. One is your soft skills. One is called hard skills, one is soft skills. If you have to put in a ratio, in percentage, tell me how much percent will be soft skills and how much percent will be technical skills. Tell me for soft skills, what will be the ratio? Give me just a random number. Come on, speak up. 40, how much? Soft skills. 40 is soft skills. Anyone else, some other number? You can say 2% also, no problem. Speak up, guys. Last row. Give me numbers. Random numbers. I know. See, I'm asking you to guess it, right? Yeah. Any number? 60% soft skills. Okay. So he said 40. He said 60. Anyone? Some other number? 50-50. So she is playing safe. 50% technical, 50% soft skill. So good one. Other one? Yes? Yeah? 10% soft skills. Right? Okay. Tell me one thing. What is the first question asked in the interview? Tell me about yourself. Agree with this? It comes under soft skill or technical skills? Soft skill. And believe me, 70% crowd get rejected over here. How can we rate this below 60%? Am I clear with this? So your soft skills has to be more than 60%. But believe me, many of you are lacking that. Let me be very straight. Correct? If I ask you to come here and introduce yourself here on the stage, how many of you are confident and weak? If you are, you don't need to raise hand. But if you can do it, it's good for you. If you cannot, you have to learn to face it out. Am I clear with this? Let me show you some news clip which I just saw recently. Right now I can catch a lot of errors. Correct? Because when I interview people, just on first 10 seconds I can gauge whether I'm going to take him or not. That's all. Then you can say यार इसे Java का कुछ पूछा ही नहीं, C का कुछ पूछा ही नहीं, reject कर दिया सीधा. Because your first 10 seconds decided everything. Heard about that phrase? First impression is last impression. We can't help it if it is unfair or fair, but that is how the world works. Yeah? So I think this thing should await you. Okay, can you see this? One of the clip which I just today only it is there in India today. 25% IIT Bombay graduates fail to secure placement. Minimum pay drops to 4 lakh. Reason is very simple. They are not turning into skills. Simple as that. Obviously, highest is 24 lakh. That is a different story. But this minimum should not drop this much, especially for IIT colleges. I'll show you something more also. I think this should look at this. Just read this. I think it's written in Marathi. Can you read this? This is the gap between what you are learning and what industry wants. Am I clear with this? Y'all are certificate ready, y'all are degree ready, but are y'all industry ready? Please ask this question to yourself today. If not, then what I should do first? Correct? Okay, let me come on resume so that this situation should not come with you. Okay? So I think one message is very clear. You have to work on your technical skills, but along with soft skills. And how will you practice that? You have labs to practice your programming. How will you practice soft skills? Is during the sessions. You have to talk in the formal language. I'm not promoting English, but English is a formal language, we can't help it. If you are in some other country, then you can talk some other language, but in India, English is the formal language. And how can you make it, how you are so fluent in your mother tongue? How is it fluent? Tell me. Because you are listening, and then you spoke. Any idea after how many years a newborn child speaks? After at least 2 years on an average. यानी कि 2 साल तक सुनता नहीं है, 2 साल तक absorb कर रहा है, and then suddenly starts speaking with proper grammar. How do you expect that my English will be nice and I'm talking in my regional terms? How it will be? Is it clear? So I'm raising a lot of questions today. You have to get the answer of your own. Am I clear? So let's talk on resume basic, which was my topic of the day. Let's come here. Okay. So first of all, one key difference between the word resume and CV. Anyone heard about? Anyone thought about it? Very good. So resume is basically my qualification details given here, whereas CV is more professional details. But just imagine if you do not have any experience, you know what is the irony is? Company says आपके पास experience नहीं है, और experience देने के लिए कोई job नहीं देता. I hope you're getting this, right? This is the problem, and that is where the bridge is internship. Clear? Okay, let's come on to further things. So I have certain pointers here. I hope it's visible. Yeah. So I just again, if you can't see the words written there, but I'll read it out so that it's audible to everyone. I will not take much of your time, hardly next 30 minutes more, but pay attention. This can be your turnaround time. This could be the changing thing which you can pick it up. Okay? Fine. So summarizing your qualification as you correctly said, whereas this talks about professional career, your resume is around 1 to 2 pages. Okay? Many people put lot of extra things, so this is the problem. If you go to 4 people and tell me how to design a CV, all 4 of them will give you their own opinion. So the problem is, you should go to a qualified person who knows what to say. Am I clear with this? You cannot go to any random person just because he knows you and you know him. You cannot go to your neighbor and say, CV kaise banao bata. वो बताएगा, don't worry. And that is the problem. Everyone says something. They don't stop. Fine? So look at this. Elaborate career history, skills that are fit for the position, whereas here you have academic details in detail. See, you all are freshers. So let me cut it short for you. You have to design your resume. Am I clear with this? Now let me help you certain other points which is needed, which I think people are should focus on, is this thing. You should have a good header on your resume. Second, projects. If you do not have your project, that means you're not giving yourself a good chance to get selected. Very simple as that. And that is, I think, not a good choice. If you are doing engineering, you're investing your time, your money, your effort, then why don't you build up a good project which can be shown on your CV and ultimately from your CV to get a job? Am I clear? Okay. Then education. Can you see I'm putting project first and then education? For me, the important is projects more than education. See, ultimately, if you have degree, you will show me a mark sheet. But if you have skill, you will show me project. Am I clear? Okay, going ahead. Then you have skills and awards. Awards could be extracurricular also. It could be within the curriculum also. Maybe you have got some rewards within your 40, enter college, or any could be anything. You are good in sports. Please specify. You never know what the other person would like. Okay? Fine. So going ahead, can you see I'm giving some examples here, header. So how it should be, I'm just putting it in a normal tone. At the same time, if you feel something is really important, don't just listen to it, please note this down. Clear? If you feel you are so perfect in grasping 100% of the content which is going to go through, you are wrong. In next 48 hours, if you ask yourself what I learned in this session, you will not remember anything. Hence, if you like something, some pointers which you can pick it up, just pick up one point today which you would like to implement. I don't want to fancy things, whether you say, okay, I'll learn everything and I'll implement everything. I don't want you to do that. Can you pick up one thing from today's session which you would implement? Am I clear? So just try to find out what you can implement. That's why I want your attention here for next 20 minutes. So, simple, your large font should be capital case. See, many people put everything, whole case. That is the wrong way. It should be capital case. That means first letter should be capital and rest should be small. Fine with this? Okay. Reachable active number, add parents number as alternative is possible, but please do it. Many of the time I have observed that you have given a number, but you stop picking up unknown numbers. If you are applying for jobs, obviously your number is not saved there and you have not saved the number. So you have to understand that you have to be reachable. Many of the time people lose his job. Suppose he doesn't pick up a call. Will I wait for him? I'll call someone else. Simple, he lost his opportunity. Always put a reachable number. Okay. Look at this. Use professional emails, no nicknames. Many people say, I've written there, rockystar@gmail.com. Put a professional ID, please. I'll tell you, there was an analysis, you can go and check it on Google. 75% of CVs get rejected due to unprofessional email IDs. Am I clear with this? Why you want to give a chance to someone to reject you? Do you want to give it? Because you never know, you'll get a chance also on it. Clear? Next one. Dress professional, clear picture. Many of the time I have seen, you put the same picture which is there on your Facebook, you just pull it up and put it in your CV also. Is it the right approach? They just need your headshot. Please understand, just headshot. They don't want to see your whole attire. Clear this? If you are not comfortable, do not put your picture. There is nothing compulsory in your CV or in your resume. Am I clear? Whatever I am saying is a recommendation, is not a rule. Am I clear? Let's go ahead. Add active and up-to-date LinkedIn and GitHub profile. How many of you are having an account on GitHub? Raise your hand. You have? What about others? I don't see 100% raised hand. Good. People who have it, great. Keep adding projects there. And you know what you should do? When you create a CV, put your GitHub link on your CV. So that if anyone wants to verify the project, they can click on that and they can go there. Isn't it wise enough? Am I clear with this? Fine? So if it's like you're giving a visiting card to someone and you're not putting your phone number there, how will they contact you? So similarly, if someone wants to see a project, where should I go? How should I trust you that you have done this project? So on GitHub, you should give it. And you should be most active on GitHub. If anyone is listening to the term GitHub first time, or do not have an account on GitHub, please go and create it. I'm telling you, pick it up one assignment today for it. And you should work on it. Clear? Okay, recent portfolio with relevant projects. Always put your recent project first. Always put your recent education first. Am I clear with this? Is it very obvious? You might feel that it is sabko pata hai, but believe me, 60% of people do the same mistake again and again. Yeah? So it's my duty to tell you all, and then whether you want to implement or not, it's your choice, but I'm just going to recommend it. Okay, look at this project section. I'll share the slides also with you all, okay, on your personal email IDs, you all can check it out, okay, because there are a lot of things which I would like to talk. I generally take around, whole day workshop on, and I make it creative. I mean, I make you create your CV and then I leave you. That is how I do it, fine. That is one of the steps we follow in our organization for our students. So some impactful name reflecting outcome. Many of the time we write out, let's say a sales database, something we write down and that's it. But what is that doing? What technology did you use? What is the project is all doing? Not, no idea about it. You just picked up, copied from here and there. And one problem I have, everyone is using the same objective of the same objective. Not even one line here and there. Can't you think on your own? Can't you have your own personality on your CV? This is what I want. Do some minor changes. I'm not saying you to change it completely. Maybe it's instructed that you follow the same template, but can you have your own personality over there? This is what I am expecting. Yeah. A lot of things I have added here. Education. Can you see this? What will come on top chronologically? Recent one first. If you are doing your engineering third year, say pursuing, correct? And then you put down your first year and below that. All simple instruction, nothing new, nothing very difficult to remember. Correct? Many of the time people just write down their college name. For example, ABC College, but they might not know where is this college, but they know Mumbai University. Am I clear with this? So take the reputation of that university and use it in your profile. That I am a Mumbai University graduate. If you know, Mumbai University is one of the high-ranked university in the whole world. It comes in, I think, top 100 at least. Fine. So why don't you use that reputation rather than calling out your calling name? Put it, but along with that, you should put Mumbai University also. Then look at this. Okay. Look at this. This is the most important section because here how your CV will be pulled up. I'll just increase the font. Look at this. Is it visible? Look at this. What are things I'm putting here? I'm putting here machine learning Django. Okay. So things might not be relevant to you, but I'm just putting up here Excel, VS Code, Jupyter Notebook, Power BI, Python, Java. Can you see so many keywords are there? So I'm giving myself a good chance to get selected. You know what most of you will do? You will not write this. You will just write Python. You will just write Java. That's it. Okay, just writing one word. Instead of that, break that technology and write down properly. Believe me, this works. More keywords, more chances of your ATS software selecting your CV. Am I clear with this? Correct? I'll tell you one more thing. You should open your account on GitHub. You should open your account on LinkedIn. You should open your account on Naukri and all the portals. Do not open the account when you need the job today only. Today you all have 1 or 2 years in hand. Can't you all keep on applying it? Apply for internships. Apply for, check your value also. Is it clear? Lot of ideas I'm giving you all. Only if you can implement at least one, it would be great. Otherwise, it will be another lecture done and dusted. Can I expect one thing to be implemented by you? Yes or no? Okay? Let's go ahead. How many of you know HackerRank? No? Haven't done any project on that? No, no one attempts. Hardly I can see 10% of people raise their hand. What about rest 90%? Don't you need a job? Don't you need to upscale yourself? This is the way you will lack. Am I clear? I'm just showing you the pointers where you should work out. How to work out? There's a different thing altogether. Fine. For that we do counseling and we make you understand what is needed. For that we have other experts to help you out. But right now I can just give you in brief what are the things you should concentrate on. Am I clear? Okay, you can also put your skills, project, education, awards and lot of things. So I have just one question. Yeah, so everyone wants a 6-figure income, yes or no? How many of you want salary नहीं दोगे चलेगा? Please बस रखो. ऐसा कोई है? Tell me I'll hire that person. है कोई ऐसा? No, you have some expectation with you. Correct? You should have. Okay, what is your starting salary you expect in your first job? Give me one figure, randomly. किसी ने बोला नहीं होगा, but I'm asking you today.
60.
Okay. Anything? अगर पूरा annual नहीं सोच सकते तो monthly सोचो.
50.
ठीक है? Don't think daily. हम लोग work करने. Think about a good salary, monthly income कितना आ सकता है. Like what you accept. इसके नीचे तो नहीं चाहिए. Okay, very good. So around whatever range I'm listening, they are saying 30, 35, 40, 45. It could be anything. Upper limit तो है नहीं. But minimum एक limit होना चाहिए ना. इसके नीचे का मुझे job नहीं चाहिए. Are you getting this? Even recruiter is asking the same thing. क्या इसके बाद वो प्रोजेक्ट है जो मुझे चाहिए. Am I clear with this? See, it's a deal. You show me skills, I'll give you a good money or good raise. Is that very clear? आप बोलोगे मैं प्रोजेक्ट में नहीं दिखाऊंगा और मुझे हायर सैलरी भी चाहिए, नहीं होगा. It doesn't work out at all. Clear with this? Fine. So if the whole recruiter, believe me, 94% of recruiter using LinkedIn to get people recruited in their team. Even I'm doing it. But if you are not active on that, then you there. Just imagine करो सब WhatsApp पे बात कर रहे हो और आपने WhatsApp इंस्टॉल ही नहीं किया. How will you be in the communication? Is that very clear? So be in the zone where it is required. Am I clear? Let me talk about LinkedIn for a few minutes. Then I'll wrap it up. So I have one more slides here. So see, I have hired one person from engineering graduate only. He was very good with content designing, and he was one of our students. So we picked him up, and he's in the content team and doing very good from 1 year. And he designed this. Isn't it great? He picked up all and everything is taken from free website. No license, no images, anything. So this is how he has done it. His flow is. Am I clear with this? Because he was very good with content designing, and I picked him up for content. He came up for a developer job. But then he realized that where he's good at. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Clear with this? Fine. So let's go ahead on LinkedIn. So can you see this? What is written there? How to connect, expand, and optimize. How many of you have LinkedIn accounts? How many connects you all have? Approximate. Not. Yeah. How much? Okay, how much? So, anyone stops you from going in the search and putting, let's say you want to become a web developer, you put web developer and see you'll get a list of people. Who's stopping you to connect with them? Tell me. Is there anyone who will tell you why are you connecting with me? No, they will appreciate. Correct? So this is what I'm saying. You know what is the limit of LinkedIn? How much maximum that you can have? 10,000. You all are, I think, in hundreds only. So you all have a big scope. I'm not saying go and keep on adding people unnecessarily. That is not the thing. But you pick up a profile where you want to become the same person there. Go through the profile. Everything is open there. And understand, okay, I like this section, I will copy this. I'll say, get inspired and create your own, not pick up the same image. Is it clear? You like someone's DP, understand the light and everything. You like the tagline, you like the heading, anything you like, pick it up and then you create your own. Can you all revamp your LinkedIn profile? What are the things you have to revamp? Let me give you a quick understanding of it. So, it is for professional visibility, networking, job opportunity, and obviously thought leadership. I connect to a lot of people who I don't know on LinkedIn, but somewhere they have become a good friend of me online. And we exchange good ideas also. And I even call them for some, I'm a trainer, so I even see some good trainer, I call them, they call me, and a lot of assignments I got through this. Believe me, my last 3 jobs are from LinkedIn. So, and I've hired, I think if I've hired last 20 people in my team, 16 people are from LinkedIn. Is it clear how powerful this LinkedIn is? But same thing, if your CV is not solid enough, what will you put up on your LinkedIn? It will be all blank. It's like a very good platform, but what should I do? Clear this? Okay, let me put up ahead. So what's essential for an impactful LinkedIn profile? Your photo. Your professional photo. I repeat, professional photo, not your party photo. Clear with this? Agree with this? So, professional photo is something like this. I picked up Bill Gates' profile only. I hope you all know Microsoft owns LinkedIn. It was taken over in 2016. Correct? How many people are connected on LinkedIn? Any idea? At least 1 billion. 1 billion. This is a big number. और 1 billion में अगर आप नहीं हो तो कहाँ हो फिर? And what are you doing? This is my question again to you. Okay? So, can you see this? He has put up his about experience Go and check his profile today. कोई रोकेगा आपको कि बिल गेट्स का प्रोफाइल मत देख. Go and check. If you have some superheroes where you feel I want to be like him, go and check his profile. If you feel there is some neighbor, friend, family member who is in the same job, same profile where I want to be, can't you go and check his profile and create your own similarly? Clear this? So please, there is enough inspiration available. Please do it. You have to put your skills. You can ask your your faculties to endorse you. What do you mean by endorsing a skill? That means I know C programming, I know Java. Can you endorse that I know this? Take endorsement from people. Many people send me requests for endorsement. My old students, that's a please endorse my skills. When I say yes, this person knows C, his credibility goes up. Agree with this? It's like when you want, earlier when people used to open a bank account, they used to take a guarantor. That yes, this person is genuine. Please allow him to open an account. Correct? Introducer. Similarly, use someone's credibility to create your own credibility. Clear? That's how simple it is. Okay, so a lot of things which we needed up, and there are a lot of LinkedIn internships are available. Lot of things are available. But if you are going to find all the solution in this classroom only, then I think you are doing a big mistake. So can I expect you to go and explore different things and work it out for yourself? I want to see your CV should be updated after this session. I want your skill set should be uploaded much more. Can you do some kind of extra certification, extra knowledge gaining? Please do it. This is the time to do it. Am I clear? Also, not only technical skills. You should talk in formal languages. This is told to you, I'm sure. But are we doing it? Do you dress up like a person who get a development job? Or do you dress up like anyone else? Correct? If I tell you, let's say at 4 o'clock you have an interview today, how many of you are ready to go? Are you getting this what I'm saying? There are two preparedness. One is physical preparedness and one is mental preparedness. You should be ready with it. Am I clear with this? Do you wear formals someday? Do you? Try that. Try once a week at least. Even though none of you are doing it, it's okay. But you should do it for yourself. Try it out. It will give you a good self-image about yourself. Am I clear with this? Fine? One more thing you can try. If you want to practice English talking, many other time you get a sales call. Many other time you get some marketing calls. Talk to them in English. Can't you do that? Is it going to judge you? कैसे इंग्लिश बोल रहा है उसको क्या फर्क पड़ता है ये just unknown people practice on him. Am I clear? Do these things, and there are a lot of activities which we do in our workshops. When we do a resume building, we call it profile building sessions, which we conduct for a whole day. Everything we take it in detail, and that is taken up by some experts in our team. Am I clear with this? Fine. So here I would like to wrap up with the message. So tell me one thing what you will pick up from today's session. I want one thing everyone to talk about. To talk in a crowd, you need leadership. I want to see how many of you are leader here. You can't talk here in front of your classmates. Where you will talk? Yeah. Endorsement. Perfect. So she picked up that. Anyone else? Very nice. Include your projects with proper description. Correct? But for that you have to keep on making new projects also. Isn't it? Fine? Yeah. What else? Very good. Yeah. See? Okay, nice. Anything else? Come on. Live project? Yes. Anything else? Some other people? Or shall I understand? Only these people understood. Either said no? 80-20 rule? So whatever I said, only 20% of you is going to implement it. I know that. Now you have to decide whether you come in 100% or you come in 20%. Clear with this? Okay. There are some, one small assessment is there, 5 questions, just to understand where do you find challenges in a CV. And also there is a feedback session at the end. 5 questions on feedback, 5 questions on assessment. So that is how I have 10 questions designed for you. Fine. So we'll pass it on. I have designed on QR code. You can even pick it up from here. So let's use technology to fill up the Google form. So if you want, you can scan this on your mobile phone and put your questions, because what I'll do after filling up this form, I will send a ATS enabled template for you. That I can do only once you fill up this form, guys. So to help you, I need this form to be filled. Is it getting scanned? So I think a paper is being passed. Just scan it out. It's there on the screen also. Put your active number, your active email IDs, because think where you are active, where I can send you some material.
आयुष आयुष उसको बोला कौन है सिद्धि है क्या वो वैष्णवी के बाजू बैठी वो बीच में ब्लैक सिद्धि है अरे ये किधर गई सानी का इधर बैठी
Speech started. What I'm going to do here, or we are going to do here, is I will allow you to send your projects to me. We'll send out a proper form where you can submit your projects. Your best project, if you do not have, you can create and submit to us. And the best ones will invite you to get interaction with our experts who are the domain experts, who are the industry experts, and they will guide you on how to take your projects ahead in an industry level. Clear? That we can do it, and the best projects will be rewarded for sure from us. So I want you to focus on projects, and for that, whatever support we can give, we'll definitely give. So I need your participation. More participation, there's a more chance you will learn more and you will skill up. Clear with this?
Guys, college we also conduct, we offer basically an internship to our learners too. So we have 15 plus companies whom we are doing live projects. Currently you are doing projects, but it has been only submitted within the faculties or institute on GitHub. So we have a dedicated platform where you can work on the industry projects, where it will be showcased and it will be published within the company, and the company will also issue a letter of kind of internship, because very few students has completed their internship. So here you have a chance to participate on the live project which has been offered by company. So there are 15 plus companies who are we have been associated with, they have tied with us, so they are continuously giving us a live project. On that project, if you are working, you will be getting chance to get the letter of internship from particular that organization itself. It is not from us, it is from the industry. Okay? So those who are participating for showcasing their projects, they will also get a chance to participate in the internship. So you will be added advantage you will get, you can add that experience in your resume. Yes, I have worked for so organization as an intern. So that benefit will be also passed on. Fine? Thank you.
So hi guys, I hope you enjoyed the session. I hope it was useful for everyone. So I would like to thank Roshan sir for giving such an insightful session and taking time to come over here and give such an beautiful knowledge to everyone of us. So I like to call Dr. Vaishnavi Bose, Vice President of Rotaract of Saraswati College, to engage in an event.
So, hello, I'm Rotaract Vaishnavi Bose, Vice President of Rotaract of Saraswati College. On behalf of our President, Rotaract Ayush, hereby adjourn the engagement. Thank you.